What is up, YouTube, man? It's been too long, man. But I'm back. We are back. The channel is back and active, man, and I promise to make sure to give y'all out some good content. I think it's been probably like 3 years since I even dropped anything on here, man, and it's been so much that I gotta tell y'all, man. But welcome back. Appreciate y'all coming in back on the channel. Just like how you've read in this YouTube, that this is going to be a full in-depth hot taper tutorial, so it is going to be on a little bit long side, but bear with me because I'm going to have some great keys and great tips and stuff like that into this video so that you can learn, you can pick this up, you can learn this today, practice it tomorrow, make money tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? So again, welcome back, man. I know it's been a while, but like I said, we back at it, man, and we're going to keep this thing rolling. So appreciate you again. I'm not going to hold you too much. Let's get straight into the intro. All right, so now we're getting straight into the cut, man. And like anything else before, anytime you want to start a haircut, man, you want to comb that hair out. Comb it out, pull the hair up, release that tension from the hair, from the scalp, and then loosen it all up, man. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna give you a good canvas. You wanna cut on a good, clean canvas. That's another thing too. When you cutting hair, always make sure the hair is nice and washed and clean. Make sure it's not dirty and stuff like that, just to kind of make the whole job easier for you and a more nice cut, last long cut for the client as well too. So you see right here, we're going straight into it, man, with my blade blade open. I'm gonna do with the blade open, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just put in my first initial guideline on this taper, and I'm putting it, you could tell, this is gonna be a hot taper, so it's pretty much gonna be kind of like it right at that top of the ear is where I'm kind of putting it out, and you see I'm flicking out at this motion. I'm turning my clipper and stuff like that to make sure that I'm going against the grain. And okay, with this step too, all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna work myself closing my lever as I'm going down on the head, because I want to get all the way into the ball, so that's what I'm gonna pretty much do in this process. And what you see me doing right here is called a raking technique. Raking technique is pretty much where I'm flipping my clipper completely like to the other side, like if I have a trimmer in my hands, pretty much. And all I'm doing is, you see the clipper, the lever is kind of like halfway closer to the open position. And all I'm doing is trying to lay down those hairs. It's pretty much like, and I'm going with the grain. So all I'm doing is pretty much lightening up those hairs so that it makes sure it is an easier transition for me. Now, same thing when I'm doing this fade, because you'll see me going straight into the blend without going into using a guard or anything like that. As you see me demonstrate on the comb, I am tilting the clipper in an upward motion. I'm using kind of just the top of the teeth, and I'm coming out like that. Because again, I have no guard on here, but I'm using the tilt fade method to make sure that this blend comes all the way together. And also using the corner of my blade as well too. So now you will see me grab my one guard, and I'm going to start it with the closed position. Now that line should be already pretty much lighting up as we see now because of the tilt technique that I did use earlier. So with it being closed, basically is just going to make everything come together pretty much. You'll you'll see me attack that bulk area by just going with the grain, and I'm not laying the clipper on the head, I'm more so just kind of scoping the side to give it a nice little blend. And now see, you hear me picking up my trimmer, and all I'm gonna do with my trimmer, now this is a digital gap blade on there. All I'm gonna do is clean up that bottom part, because like I said, I went all the way closed with my clipper, and my clippers are set to where pretty much the trimmer can come right behind that in a flick out motion and create a blend and not give a hard line. So that's what I'm doing right here, just clean up the bottom of that fade to make that fade really pop. You'll see me come back in with my blade closed, my clippers with my blade closed, just to kind of make sure that everything is blended to the fullest. And using the corner of my blade. The corner of my blade is very, very key, because again, I'm not trying to put in another hard line or anything like that. This is more so just detail work. Detail work is really what you're gonna find the most important when you cutting hair, man. You can always follow your steps, but once you have the detail work in motion, and that's where everything comes just all together, you know what I'm saying? You always gonna have your steps to just kind of do the basics of it, but then the detailing is kind of separate you, I believe, from just an average barber to a master barber, as you would say, or you know, something like that. So same thing with the back, man. We're gonna do the same thing with the back. I'm gonna start with my clipper all the way open, and as I go down on the head, I will close my clipper up, and I normally close it probably about 3 to 4 times, so it may be all the way open, a quarter up, halfway, a quarter up, and all the way closed, if that makes sense. Now, of course, as I'm closing the clipper, I'm moving down on the head, on the fade. Now, I know that is super key, because you have to also pay attention to where the cutting blade moves. You know what I'm saying? I think this was kind of like a thing that I had early on in my career, where I guess I just really wasn't paying attention more, so I was only going to where the steel blade sits. And it's important that when you are moving that lever, that is what's going on. That cutting blade is actually what's moving. It sounds cliche as a mug, but I think as a beginner barber, if you know what to look for, it'll be very helpful. So that's the only reason why I'm saying that. I had a young barber ask me kind of like, I guess he was kind of confused on how to really see which way is the hair laying, which is a great question, I believe, because sometimes it can get a little confusing. And like I said, it's all about knowing what to look for. So if you're even having trouble on figuring out which way the hair is laying or naturally lays, comb it this way, see what the hair does, comb it this way, see what the hair does, comb it up, see what the hair does, comb it down, comb it in all different directions, and whichever direction that the hair is literally completely stood up at, that's against the grain. And then if you go into that opposite direction, let's say if the hair is growing this way, basically, and you're combing that way. All right, so yeah, my camera died, sorry about that. But again, basically all I was saying though is just paying attention to the way the hair is growing is super, super key, man. So yes, comb in different directions to kind of figure out which way the hair lays. All right, so we get into the lining, and one thing that I like to do, and which I actually didn't even do in the camera, but I like to use alcohol first. Alcohol, so like I said earlier, clean canvases is really the best way to complete a great fade, a great haircut, a great liner, any of that, man. So take you just some alcohol, rubbing alcohol, any percentage, it don't matter. Put it on a cotton swab, rub the outside areas where you're gonna line up, and then I like to come back with some holding spray. The Tresemme, or however you said, that's the holding spray that I use. All holding sprays is decent. I feel like it ain't. I use them all, and that's just my favorite one because I like the scent pretty much. The scent of them, and my clients like the scent. So you see me use that, and then also I am coming back using the blow dryer to kind of blow dry that up on some cool air, not hot air. On cool air, I feel that cool air actually works the best when you're doing that. So, and same thing with the lineup, man. You want to lightly tap. If your blades and your trimmers are set properly, man, you shouldn't have to press down. If you do have a more heavier hand, again, it should be properly set according to how your pressure is on the clients. But main thing, man, is you want sharpness and comfortability when you cutting. So make sure just ask a client, you know what I'm saying? You're close with your clients, you build a relationship with your clients. So just don't be afraid to just ask them, like, hey, how does he feel? Or even pay attention to certain things, like are they're flinching kind of, or they're biting their jaws, you know what I'm saying? Biting their teeth and their jaws are flaring up, you know what I'm saying? So you can pay attention to those things and kind of recognize, like, okay, maybe these might be a little too much pressure, or a little too set to a little close, or whatever case it may be, but it's your job as a professional to analyze that whole situation. And how I like to do my liners is I start in the middle forward first. I start in the middle first, and I'm right-handed, so I would just literally go from the middle to your right. And this one it looked like I actually went left, but I guess it just depends on which way I'm standing. But so yeah, either way, but the first part is just starting in the middle, and I like to use the middle of my blade, and I pay attention to the middle of my blade and the end of my blade. And wherever the end of my blade is, depending on which way I'm going, I will meet that with the middle of my blade, just so that I can make sure that everything is symmetrical, and I will go all the way around the head. And once I get to those corners, I like to pull straight down. And I'll pull straight down as soon as I get in that corner, because it already kind of gives me the base of where I need to be at on the vertical bar. So you'll see me do that as well too. This is a better angle right here. So we're tapping and going, tap and go, tap and go. There should not be anything aggressive at all. Like I said, we are trying to aim for a sharp, but also comfortable and experienced. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if you're able to give that as a professional barber, you're gonna kill the game. As you're cutting as well too, don't be afraid to check your work. Check your work, cross check, make sure you comb it down, even if it looks decent. Move it around a little bit, go over it one more time, because again, these guys are paying top dollar for your service, and you want to make sure that Wind blows is good. They throw their shirt over their head is good. You know what I'm saying? Anything like that. So don't be afraid to keep going back and forth. And here's the part where I do the razor. Again, all the most important things I feel like when you razoring is make sure the skin is stretched. So again, if you razoring this way downward in motion, make sure your hand is up and you're pulling tight. You're pulling tight. And this is right here what I was talking about earlier, man. The final touches right here, man. It's all about the detail work. He's gonna leave the fro picked out, so that's why I'm coming back here with some shears just to make sure everything is clean, nice and neat. And that's pretty much it, man. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, this was more of an in-depth video, so very little edits. This is just raw, so you can see me do everything that I need to do and making sure that you guys get the best understanding y'all can, man. Again, thanks for watching. Appreciate y'all coming on, man. Make sure you like, subscribe, give me some good comments, whether if you like it or not like it, man. But I definitely appreciate everything you guys do. Appreciate it. Peace.